So task 2 is visual analysis, and you're going to be working digitally in Adobe Illustrator Draw. So you need to sign in on your Chromebook, and when you have signed in, you need to choose a new size canvas. There are different sizes here, and you will open it up. I've inserted the image, although you could have this image somewhere else in front of you, and you are going to try and visually respond to the masks created by Kimi Cantrell. At the top right, the cog, you can look at the settings and learn the brush basics. I'm not going to go through those at the moment, but you can go through those. And there's also the gesture basics to show you how, for example, like this is quite a useful tool to be able to fill a shape with a solid color, etc. So on your right hand side, you've got layers, which you can double tap and you can add layers. And on your left, you have different size brushes, which you can change the color on the wheel, the tint, tone or shade of that color, how transparent it is or opaque, so more transparent or more opaque, and the size of the brush. You must work on different layers, and I'm going to show you why. I'm going to hide these layers for a minute. So on this layer, I have drawn quite lightly, so I'm going to just do a new draw layer, hide this for a second. I'm going to start drawing some of the shapes that I can see. So they're abstract, I don't need to copy it completely. So new draw layer, and on this layer, I'm going to work on this new draw layer. I can name it as well. I'm going to start with some shapes. I'm going to sketch. It doesn't matter if it's perfect yet. So this is the sort of top shape that I can see here. I can then, if I want to, I can use the eraser, which is the bottom brush, to rub bits out. I can go back to my brush and I can redraw. I can then click on the layer to change how strong and transparent or opaque it is. I could fill this with the color if it's connected. So if I now go over this drawing, I'm going to refine my drawing a bit. And then I'm going to fill. So that's filled most of the shape. I could then zoom in by pinching. I could increase my brush size. Increase the opacity of this so you can see it a bit better. And there's my first shape. Now I can then click plus, new draw layer, and on top, maybe I want to create these circles. So I'm going to change my color. Maybe I'll stick to the oranges and black and white. I'm going to click to add my dots. I don't need to draw them. If I just press, it will make a perfect circle. Like that. And then within that, I can make a smaller circle. I could change the color of this to white. And I'll pinch back out. So I can start to build up my drawing. Once you've done that, you'll have something like this, where you can then start to build up your shapes. So here I filled this shape on a new layer, and then I added this shape, it's behind it. So if I click and drag the layer, I can bring it in front, click and drag, bring it behind. This is what I did for my eye. So with the eye, I made this shape first, and then behind that layer, I added this white layer, and then on top of that layer, I started to build up details. So that's visual analysis. This should take you 55 minutes. You can sketch as many masks as you want and really experiment with the tool that is Adobe Illustrator Draw.